So that's kind of our new program. I think, like I said, we're just taking a waiting list because what we are trying to underwrite for is determining which homeowners want to partner with us. Not all homeowners will want to, which is fine. What we're trying to do, again, is help them, teach them what this is, what the potential upside is for them, and then ultimately providing services as well. So there's going to be some homeowners that want to partake in this and want to fund it fully. That's absolutely, something that they can do. But we could step in and help with the permitting, with access to the loans, and also we have a network right now of prefab modular vendors that we're vetting currently to determine, will that fit, but also with general contractors and architects, civil engineers. There's a lot of preferred partners that we can also help refer or help work with if we end up project managing this. So it's a big task. It's a tall order. I think us at the team, we've been kind of really mapping this out and trying to figure out how best we can help for the past 3 months. And we're just excited to at least get the word out, right? And so at a minimum, at the core, we want to be able to get a lot of agents understanding that they could be of value to their clients, both on the new buy end, and also for all the homeowners watching and listening, that remember the genesis of this bill, and this is like the second or third iteration, or maybe even beyond that. This isn't just the first time at this, right? There have been previous iterations of housing bills similar to this. And so the intent was to empower homeowners, okay? And so the requirement for signing an affidavit to live in one of the units for 3 years was to protect you, the homeowner. Why? Well, if that wasn't in place, then this would be a development opportunity or investor opportunity where they could go and buy an entire block or blocks and just buy 50, 100 homes at scale and utilize this and turn them into fourplexes, right? Or 2 duplexes. So the fact that this requires that is because they really want, at a minimum, if you can't utilize this, if you don't have the savings or kind of the willingness to want to embark in this, you can partner with someone like us that will help you do so. And of course, then you get the upward appreciation. And I didn't want to put any specific numbers on that slide that I just, or that presentation that I just shared. But essentially, I mean, if you just do rough math, and what Alex had mentioned earlier, the difference between an ADU and a duplex is huge. ADUs aren't recognized by appraisers because currently, if you want to build an ADU and you now want to do a refinance because you feel the value of your home has gone up significantly because of the ADU, you're not going to get that higher value. Why? Because appraisers work on a comparable kind of methodology, right? And they need 3, 4, 5 comps, similar homes with similar ADUs built to give you back the value. And so that's a big problem. It'll, I think, solve itself in a few years or even longer once more people utilize ADUs. But in duplexes, there's no issue. There's plenty of duplexes out there. You're going to get the value, and you're going to get a 30-year conventional Fannie Mae mortgage on a newly built duplex. Super easy. So, and then your agents will tell you the comparables on duplexes in your neighborhood is just higher. Your single family has a ceiling of valuation, and then when you create duplexes, that ceiling goes up. So you get upside in appreciation right away on that property, and you get upside of rental income for the 3 units as well. So and obviously the path to that is difficult, and that's what we're trying to represent here. We're going to start with the reports as a baseline, then we're going to hopefully launch this program so that we can actually partner with homeowners to help them build these out.
And John, just you touched on a question that I was going to ask between appraising the comps for ADUs versus SB9. So if you're doing an SB9, understanding that, it's more difficult to appraise an accessory dwelling unit as opposed to an SB9. But if you're doing an SB9, then that's something that's more easily understood by the financial institutions in terms of comps. And so, in order to get comps, do you know if you look at other similar properties, I guess, to get that number? Like, how does that work?
Yeah. So great point. So ADUs too. How do you finance ADUs? And there is no simple answer. The good part is you have the standard cash out refi or the home equity line of credit or cash to pay for the ADU. I've am now a preferred partner for a few fintech firms that actually now provide homeowners up to $350,000 as an investment on their home. So if you have equity and you're in the neighborhood and you follow those kind of requirements, they will invest $350,000 in you and your home that you can use to build out the ADU or build out these duplexes. But they'll have equity, meaning they might have 18% equity, 20% equity, whatever that percentage is. They're investing in the home. So there's those options. SB9 is completely different because you could obtain any type of financing for a duplex. It's not restrictive. The ADUs are restrictive because there's no one out there that's wanting to debt fund an ADU. So you have to actually pull money out of your home to fund something like that. No one's just going to go, oh, you're going to build the ADU. I'll give you, 60% LTV, 70% LTV. You come up with 20, 30 and let's build it. That has been few and far between because it's not being recognized in after valuation. And if you don't have that kind of like safety net, that's why no one's going out there and trying to offer debt for ADUs itself. A duplex all day. Duplexes are just super standard, right? It's been in the market for years. So there's nothing here. This is more of a state and city allowance that now is opening the door. So on that side, I think the agents that are in the room right now or watching this recording afterwards are probably shaking their head. Yes, duplexes all day. It's simple. The ADUs have been a difficulty. So that's why we're even more excited. I think we launched the ADU reports thinking we were going to get mass adoption from homeowners. And then those two issues came up a lot, along with the price point, is that wow, if I'm going to pay $300-400 a square foot to build an ADU traditional stick build, what's the return? I'm only going to be able to rent out 600-800 square feet, and that's just one. If you do this and you build 2 duplexes, then the upside and the value and the rental income justifies the cost easier than an ADU.
Got it. So in summary, how Brickwork can help, at least on the SB9 front. I mean, because we've already, we've established ourselves as the, development reports for multiple family units, development projects, or even, sites that are commercially zoned. We've already established our accessory dwelling unit report as well. And on the SB9 front, we're kind of taking it a little step further, right? We're giving the report for your site, but then we're also offering resources, right? So, whether you are somebody that owns a property and you want to explore utilizing SB9 on your property, you can come to us, get a report, find out if your property is eligible, and what you can do, right? And then also pursue that. We have the ability to pursue that further in various options, to provide resources to help you do that, or to actually help you do that. All right. Or send you to somebody, a development company or something that, if you want to choose that route. We also, have resources for people that are looking for properties. It's the same aspect. Come to us for a report as you're looking for properties. And it really changes, the dynamic of somebody searching for property now, because they can be looking for investment property. And that's really powerful. I mean, to really fill that gap. I mean, if this was available, when I first bought a house, I would have been over the moon, right? At the ability, I would have looked at every single property different, right? That I was looking at before. Not necessarily on curb appeal of the existing house, but how big is the property? What's the setback of the existing, the existing unit on the property? Has it ever been rented, right? All these questions, I would start asking to see if SB9, was a pathway to be able to generate actual income for a property that you live in. I mean, it's amazing, right? So it's really a useful tool. I'm really excited to see to conduct our further research to see how all these jurisdictions are responding to it, and see what sort of challenges also come out. I'm thinking there's probably going to be challenges on both sides, right? I know there's been a movement of people trying to submit
26 mayors signed or penned a letter to Governor Newsom asking him to veto SB9.
Yeah, but then not all those jurisdictions actually came out with really strong, prohibitions. So, so I mean, I think ultimately, only time will tell. And this is something that we're on the front lines of. This is my day-to-day business, so I'm personally very excited to find out, how this is applied, from a jurisdictional standpoint, but then also to see what sort of guidance, the state comes out with as well. So
it's ongoing. So last thing I would say for everyone is the issue we've noticed is just it's all education based, right? And so I think we have a tall task to educate everybody, whether it's agents or homeowners. So that's the issue. So my ask of all the agents watching this is to, book time with me on my Calendly. We're gonna post this on YouTube, so our YouTube channel. So subscribe to our YouTube channel, but also you could rewatch this, take notes, and also book time with me directly. But ultimately, you need to arm yourself with enough information to then help your clients, your new buyers, your new investors. There's a lot of opportunity here. On top of that, if you're a homeowner watching this right now, absolutely reach out to us. Contact at brickwork.la, John, Alex at brickwork.la, any email address. Currently, we don't have a phone number. We're a startup currently, and a lot of our reports and stuff get done through email and via the website. But we will be working on creating a hotline number just for homeowners, because obviously. But watch out for our flyers. We've been sending postcards to you guys. We're going to be putting these little door hangers. Sorry if that's a little annoying, but again, the purpose here is really to get this information out to you, because we know right now there's a lot of homeowners that could benefit from this, that are even in the life position to want to embark in this, but that just doesn't know enough about this, or even know this at all. So that's our kind of hurdle. We're going to keep pressing forward to get the information out. But whoever is watching, tell your family, friends, neighbors, coworkers, right? Somebody owns a home within California. Obviously, it's got to qualify. So, that's our job, to make sure that we tell you if it is or not, and kind of give you those scenarios and all that stuff. But then beyond that, we're going to give you the resources, the tools, the partnership, the programs to actually move forward and utilize it. So we're super excited. Thank you guys for spending this close to an hour with us. Really appreciate it. If you have any questions, again, reach out to us on our emails, book time with me on a Zoom like this, and we could go from there.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.